Another thing about me, I grew up to young parents when I lived in Ohio. So we were kind of low income, didn't have a lot of money. But my parents were 18 and 19. Since they didn't have a lot of money, we couldn't afford babysitters. So I grew up watching television a lot. Television was my babysitter. And I grew up and learned most of my morals from watching television. Like, I watched a lot of Saved by the Bell. And yeah, exactly, yeah. Those are my fans right there. I watched a lot of Saved by the Bell and like learned a lot from, like, Zach Morris was my hero. Like, he taught me how to talk to girls and how to cherish my friends, and he taught me how to cut my hair. Thank you, Zach Morris. I look like the androgynous lesbian on the show. But I like, pretty much TV was my babysitter, and I went to college to write for television and stuff. I just really into it. I wanted to write for TV and film. And I know you guys are here to see Jeff die. I don't know if you guys saw a show, Money from Strangers. It's a show on MTV, definitely check it out. And I kind of had the idea, I was like, I want to start a show. I want to do a reality show. But I'm going to do a reality dating show featuring nothing but meth addicts. And it's gonna be called Slim Pickens. Some of you people are laughing at that joke because it's funny, and some of you people aren't laughing at that joke because you're worried about the scabs on your girlfriend's face. It's just acne, it's just acne. Keep telling yourself it's just acne. And I'm a big supporter of birth control. I don't know if anyone in here is on birth control. 2 girls, don't sleep with anything in this room. You're gonna get trapped. 2 girls like, yeah, birth control and shots, let's do it! But I'm a big supporter of birth control, and I heard a story about it, and you guys, ladies, if you're on birth control, you need to be careful with it, because there's some side effects, and I found out from one of my coworkers that if you're an avid cigarette smoker and you're on birth control, you're at a higher risk for blood clots and strokes. So my coworker was telling me the story. She knew this girl that was on this type of birth control, and she was an avid cigarette smoker, and she had developed a blood clot in her leg. And she didn't know it was there, and she was having sex with her boyfriend, and mid-coitus, mid-orgasm, it shifted, it went to her brain, and she had a stroke. Which technically really isn't the funny part. But the funny part about it was, I thought about that, and I was like, that kind of makes the phrase, I'm gonna fuck you retarded, more of a threat. It's not pillow talk. Like, no guy's gonna walk up to you like, girl, I hope you know a good speech therapist, because I'm gonna fuck your brains out. But I found out what birth control this was, and it's a birth control called the NuvaRing. And I want to show you guys a story about the NuvaRing, because I ran into kind of a little tale about the NuvaRing. I was dating this girl, and we were having sex. And we're kind of like going at it, and I start to feel something, and I was like, I don't know what that is, like, what the fuck? Like, it got really awkward all of a sudden. This is how I have sex, by the way, I just kind of... I'm watching TV, so I'm very, very bored. So I'm having sex, and I feel something, I'm like, what the fuck? And I look down, and I pull out, and at the tip of my Valerian steel, like, that's a Game of Thrones joke in a sex joke. Right? Have sex. So the tip, I look down, and there's this ring on it, and I was all, what the fuck is that thing? I freaked out. And I was waiting for like bells and whistles to go off. I was like waiting for her to hand me a giant teddy bear, like, congratulations, kid, you won! Yes, Ram! Who's next, Step Rab? Everyone's a winner! And I was like, what the fuck is that thing? She's like, oh, it's my birth control. I was like, how the fuck is this thing birth control? She was like, no, I put it in, and I was like, but how does it work? Like, I don't understand how just a raver bracelet in your bang works as birth control. I was like, I don't get it. And she was like, well, she's like, I'll tell it to you. And I was like, well, I kind of like the mystery of it. And I was like, is it like a bug zapper for your uterus? Like, sperm just swims through and it's like, and I freaked out. And I was like, wait, maybe it's like a Stargate for your uterus, and like sperm goes through it, and somewhere in a desert, Kurt Russell's just covered in jizz. Like, why is this thing happening to me? Why is there so much jizz on me? But part of me likes to think there's just some old bearded gray wizard just waiting perched on the ring, just like staring it down, and sperm's kind of swimming at it, just ready to get in. And right when the sperm shows up, it just goes, you shall not pass! Alright, you guys, thanks so much. My name is Bryan.